The legacy of The Godfather, 1972, stands as a monumental achievement in cinema, celebrated for its compelling narrative, powerful performances, and lasting cultural impact. Yet, behind the brilliance of this masterpiece lies a deeply poignant reality: the tragic endings that befell many of its stars. From untimely deaths due to illnesses and accidents to lives marked by mysterious circumstances or personal struggles, the stories of these 36 cast members reflect a stark contrast to the grandeur of their on-screen personas. In this exploration, we take a closer look at how these actors, who brought the Corleone family and their world to life, met their fates, revealing the human fragility behind the iconic roles that forever changed film history. James Caan, born on March 26, 1940, in the Bronx, New York, was the fiery, hot-tempered Sonny Corleone in The Godfather, 1972, a role that made him a household name. Caan's career was marked by numerous successes, with standout roles in films like Misery, 1990, and Elf, 2003. However, his personal life was far from smooth. Caan was married 4 times and had 5 children, including actor Scott Caan. His relationships were often rocky, and his struggles with anger and personal demons were well publicized. Despite his professional success, Caan faced personal tragedies, including the loss of close friends and his own health battles. His heart condition, linked to coronary artery disease, eventually led to a fatal heart attack. James Caan died on July 6, 2022, at the age of 82, leaving behind a complex legacy of memorable roles but a life full of both triumph and heartache. Sterling Hayden, born on March 26, 1916, had a career that spanned both the stage and film, but he is perhaps best known for his role as Captain Mark McCluskey in The Godfather, 1972. His portrayal of the corrupt and violent cop made a strong impression on audiences, although his career in Hollywood was not without its struggles. Hayden had been a sailor before acting and even appeared in several war films during World War II. His personal life, however, was marred by turbulence. He was married and divorced multiple times and fathered 5 children. His first marriage to actress Madeleine Carroll ended in divorce after just 5 years. The next decades saw him grappling with personal demons, including alcoholism and bouts of depression. In 1974, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, which eventually led to his death on May 23, 1986, at the age of 70. Hayden's life had its fair share of sadness, marked by his personal battles and the dissolution of his family life. Marlon Brando, born on April 3, 1924, in Omaha, Nebraska, portrayed the iconic role of Don Vito Corleone in The Godfather, 1972, a performance that earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor. Brando's career spanned decades, beginning with his breakout role in A Streetcar Named Desire, 1951, and later solidifying his place in cinematic history with roles in films like On the Waterfront, 1954, and The Godfather. His personal life, however, was marred by tumultuous relationships, including multiple marriages. He had 11 children from different relationships, including the famous actress Tookie Brando. His life was deeply affected by tragedy. His son Christian Brando was convicted of killing his sister's partner in 1990, a devastating blow that haunted the actor. Additionally, Brando faced intense media scrutiny and personal battles, including a struggle with his weight and health. Brando passed away on July 1, 2004, at the age of 80 due to lung failure, having lived a life of both artistic brilliance and profound personal suffering. John Marley, born on October 17, 1907, was a distinguished character actor with a long career in film and television. He played the wealthy and arrogant Hollywood producer Jack Woltz in The Godfather, 1972, a role that solidified his place in cinematic history. Marley's career was defined by a diverse range of roles, from gritty dramas to light-hearted comedies, but it was The Godfather that became his defining moment. His personal life, though, was fraught with tragedy. Marley had been married twice, and his second marriage ended in a bitter divorce. His life was also marked by a serious automobile accident in the early 70s that left him with lingering health problems. On May 22, 1984, Marley passed away from complications following open-heart surgery at the age of 77. His death marked the end of a career that had seen both highs and lows, but he is remembered for his chilling portrayal of Waltz and his contribution to American cinema. Richard S. Castellano, born on September 4, 1933, in the Bronx, New York, played the loyal and competent Clemenza in The Godfather, 1972, earning recognition as one of the key figures in the Corleone family. Castellano's acting career was diverse, with notable roles in both television and film, but his personal life was plagued by tragedy. He had a brief marriage to actress Rosemary Bowe, which ended in divorce. He also suffered from personal losses, including the death of friends from the harsh realities of show business. His health deteriorated in his early 50s, and despite a promising career, Castellano's life was cut short. He passed away from a heart attack on December 10, 1988, at the age of 55, leaving behind a career filled with memorable performances that fans still cherish today. His untimely death was a poignant reminder of the fragile nature of life, even for those who achieve greatness in their fields. Richard Conte, born on March 24, 1910, was an actor with a career that spanned over 3 decades, playing numerous roles in crime dramas, including his portrayal of Emilio Barzini in The Godfather, 1972. His character, a rival to the Corleones, is cunning and power-hungry, traits that Conte embodied effortlessly throughout his career. Though his role in The Godfather remains iconic, Conte's personal life was marked by sorrow and misfortune. He was married twice, but his second marriage ended in tragedy when his wife, actress Eleanor Parker, passed away. Conte himself had health issues throughout his life, including a battle with heart disease, which ultimately claimed his life. He died of a heart attack on April 15, 1975, at the age of 65. His death was a blow to the film community, as he was not only a well-respected actor but also a beloved figure. His role as Barzini will forever remain a key part of his legacy in film. Al Lettieri, born on February 24, 1928, is most known for his role as Sollozzo in The Godfather, 1972, where he portrayed the calculating and ambitious Sicilian drug dealer seeking to align with the Corleone family. Lettieri's career in Hollywood, though steady, didn't quite reach the heights he may have hoped for, despite his gripping performances in various films, including The Getaway, 1972. His personal life, too, had its ups and downs, though little is known about his family relationships. Lettieri's greatest tragedy, however, was his premature death from a heart attack at the age of 47, on October 18, 1975, only 3 years after his iconic role in The Godfather. His sudden death left a void in the industry, as many believed his best work was yet to come. The news was a shock to his colleagues, who remembered him as an intense, charismatic actor with untapped potential. John Cazale, born on August 12, 1935, was the tragic figure behind the role of Fredo Corleone in The Godfather, 1972. Cazale's portrayal of the weak, neglected middle son of Don Vito Corleone became one of the most heartbreaking characters in cinema history. His career, though brief, was marked by exceptional roles in films like The Conversation, 1974, and Dog Day Afternoon, 1975. His love life was equally marked by tragedy, having fallen deeply in love with actress Meryl Streep, but his battle with lung cancer overshadowed their relationship. Cazale's decline in health was rapid, and tragically, he passed away at the age of 42 on March 13, 1978, just 3 years after his iconic performance in The Godfather. His death was devastating not only to Streep, who remained by his side throughout his illness, but also to his friends and colleagues, who had lost one of the most talented actors of his generation. Cazale's death cast a shadow over his legacy, but his unforgettable roles continue to resonate in the hearts of moviegoers. Morgana King, born on June 4, 1930, was a talented singer and actress who achieved lasting fame for her portrayal of Carmela Corleone in The Godfather, 1972. As Mama Corleone, King embodied the strong, nurturing matriarch of the Corleone family, a role that made her beloved among fans of the iconic film. In addition to her acting career, King was a gifted jazz singer, recording albums and performing throughout her life. Despite her professional success, King's personal life was not without hardship. She was married twice, with both relationships ending in divorce, though she remained devoted to her children. Later in life, King faced serious health battles, including a diagnosis of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which she fought courageously. She passed away on March 22, 2018, at the age of 87, after a long battle with cancer. Her death was a great loss to both the entertainment world and her family, leaving behind a lasting legacy as both a performer and a symbol of maternal strength in one of the most influential films in cinematic history. Abe Vigoda, born on February 24, 1921, is immortalized for his portrayal of Salvatore Tessio in The Godfather, 1972, a loyal, yet ultimately betraying capo in the Corleone crime family. Known for his deep voice and distinct, weathered features, Vigoda's career spanned decades, including roles in Barney Miller and Fish, but it was his role as Tessio that made him a household name. Vigoda's personal life seemed to be relatively stable, though he did experience the loss of his beloved wife, Beatrice, in 1992, which left him devastated. His marriage had been a long and seemingly loving one. Despite his success, Vigoda's later years were marked by health issues. He lived to the remarkable age of 94, passing away on January 26, 2016, due to natural causes. Vigoda's death was met with an outpouring of tributes from fans and colleagues alike, many of whom cherished his enduring legacy as one of Hollywood's most memorable character actors. Al Martino, born on October 7, 1927, was a successful singer and actor, but he is best known for portraying Johnny Fontaine, the godson of Don Vito Corleone, in The Godfather, 1972. His character, a famous crooner reliant on the Corleone family's power to navigate the darker sides of show business, was central to the film's depiction of the entanglements between Hollywood and the Mafia. Martino's own career followed a similar trajectory. He achieved fame in the 1950s as a singer with hits like I Love You Because, but his acting career never fully blossomed beyond the iconic Godfather role. His personal life was fraught with challenges, including a tumultuous first marriage, which ended in divorce, and a second marriage that lasted until his death. Martino's later years were marked by health struggles, and he died on October 13, 2009, just days after celebrating his 82nd birthday. The cause of death was a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of both musical and cinematic contributions. Lenny Montana, born on March 13, 1926, in Brooklyn, New York, portrayed Luca Brasi, the menacing enforcer for the Corleone family, in The Godfather, 1972. Montana's imposing physique and intimidating presence made him the perfect fit for the role of Brasi, one of the most feared characters in the series. Before his acting career, Montana had a background in professional wrestling, where he became known for his sheer strength. His transition to acting saw him in numerous tough guy roles, but his personal life was fraught with challenges. Montana struggled with substance abuse and faced financial difficulties, despite his success in Hollywood. He was married twice and had children, but his relationships were often strained. Tragedy struck when he lost several close friends, including his wrestling colleagues. Montana's health declined in his later years, and he passed away on May 12, 1992, at the age of 66, from a heart attack. His death marked the end of a life filled with both triumph and turmoil, with a career that left an unforgettable impact on film. Alex Rocco, born on February 29, 1936, in Boston, Massachusetts, brought to life the role of Mo Green, the ambitious Las Vegas casino owner, in The Godfather, 1972. Green was brash, confident, and determined, but his arrogance ultimately led to his downfall at the hands of the Corleone family. Rocco's career spanned over 6 decades, with notable roles in The Sting, 1973, The 7 UPS, 1973, and The Rockford Files, 1974–1980. Off-screen, Rocco's life was not without its challenges. He was married twice and had children, but his relationships faced difficulties. despite a successful career, Rocco struggled with health problems, particularly as he got older. In 2015, Rocco was diagnosed with cancer, and he passed away on July 18 of that year at the age of 79. His death from cancer was a painful blow to his family and fans alike, as he had been a beloved figure in Hollywood. His legacy as Moe Greene, the ambitious and ultimately doomed casino mogul, remains one of his most enduring contributions to film. Rudy Bond, born on October 1, 1912, was a skilled character actor whose career spanned several decades, with his most memorable role being Carmine Cuneo in The Godfather, 1972. Cuneo was a pragmatic, seasoned mobster, a trusted ally of Don Vito Corleone who helped maintain the family's power within the five families. Bond had a rich career in both film and television, often playing supporting roles in crime dramas, but never quite breaking into major leading parts. His personal life, however, was marked by a sense of solitude. He married but had no children, and the death of a close colleague in the industry hit him hard, contributing to his quiet nature. In his later years, Bond's health began to deteriorate. On March 29, 1982, at the age of 69, Rudy Bond passed away from a heart attack. His death was mourned by those who appreciated his work as a versatile and reliable character actor. Richard Bright, born on June 28, 1937, in Brooklyn, New York, played Al Neri, Michael Corleone's loyal enforcer, in The Godfather, 1972, and its sequels. Bright's portrayal of Neri, a former cop turned ruthless bodyguard, became one of his most memorable roles. His career spanned over 4 decades, with significant roles in The Conversation, 1974, and Midnight Run, 1988. Bright's personal life was marked by both successes and heartache. He was married twice and had children, but his marriages ended in divorce. His family life was deeply impacted by personal struggles, and he experienced the loss of close friends over the years, including fellow actors. On February 18, 2006, Bright tragically passed away after being struck by a bus at the age of 68. The untimely and sudden nature of his death left many in Hollywood grieving, as he was known not only for his talent but for his kindness off-screen. His death marked a tragic end to a career that had been defined by his unwavering loyalty and memorable performances. Tony Giorgio, born on September 27, 1923, is best remembered for his role as Bruno Tattaglia, a key member of the Tattaglia crime family in The Godfather, 1972. Giorgio's film career, although full of various roles, often remained in the background, with The Godfather standing out as his most prominent appearance. He worked steadily in both television and film throughout the 1950s and 60s, though much of his personal life was kept out of the spotlight. Giorgio was married and had children, but his private life was not as publicized as his acting career. Over the years, he faced health problems, including heart failure, which became a major issue in his later years. His death on February 1, 2012, at the age of 88, was the result of complications from this condition. Giorgio's passing marked the end of a life that had been relatively quiet in the public eye, but his portrayal of Bruno Tattaglia continues to be remembered by fans of the film. Julie Gregg, born on January 24, 1937, is best remembered for her portrayal of Sandra Corleone, the strong and supportive wife of Sonny Corleone, in The Godfather, 1972. Gregg's performance in this role, as she navigates the turbulent world of the Corleone family, was praised for its depth and emotional resonance. She had a successful acting career, with appearances in various TV shows and films, but it was The Godfather that cemented her place in cinematic history. Gregg was married early in her life, but her personal relationships were marked by difficulties, including multiple divorces. As she grew older, she faced a difficult battle with cancer, which ultimately took her life. On November 7, 2016, at the age of 79, Gregg passed away after a prolonged struggle with the disease. Her death was a sad farewell to an actress who had touched audiences with her powerful portrayal of Sandra Corleone, a character that became an integral part of the film's legacy. Vito Scotti, born on January 26, 1918, was a veteran actor known for his versatile performances, particularly his role as Nazarene, the kind-hearted baker who seeks help from Don Vito Corleone in The Godfather, 1972. Scotti's career was a blend of stage, film, and television, with appearances in numerous films during the 1940s and 1950s, and a notable presence in popular TV shows. He was married, though details about his personal life were largely private. As an actor, he often portrayed Italian or Mediterranean characters, which showcased his talents in roles that were both humorous and heartfelt. In his later years, Scotti faced the pain of losing several close friends and fellow actors, which added to his personal hardships. In 1996, after battling lung cancer, Scotti passed away on June 5, at the age of 78. His death was a sorrowful moment for his fans and peers, as he had left a lasting legacy through his many memorable roles in both film and television. Saro Urzi, born on February 24, 1913, played the role of Signor Vitelli, the father of Apollonia in The Godfather, 1972. Urzi, who had a prolific career in both film and television, portrayed Vitelli as a protective, proud father, deeply concerned with the welfare and honor of his family. Though his screen appearances were often secondary, Urzi's presence in The Godfather was pivotal in setting the tone for Michael Corleone's relationship with his first wife. Urzi's life, however, was not without its challenges. He was married and had children, but his marriage was marred by personal difficulties and the harsh realities of being a public figure. His later years were marked by loneliness and health problems. Tragically, Saro Urzi passed away from a heart attack on November 2, 1979, at the age of 66. His death, while not unexpected, left many in the Italian film industry mourning the loss of a respected actor. His family, however, struggled with the emotional toll, as his death came at a time when his legacy had yet to fully be recognized. Tom Rosqui, born on June 12, 1928, was an actor best known for his role as Rocco Lamp-One, a trusted enforcer for the Corleone family, in The Godfather, 1972. Before his film career took off, Rosqui worked various jobs, often struggling to secure leading roles. His acting career eventually gained momentum, with his tough guy roles in both films and television, but his personal life remained tumultuous. Rosqui married, but his relationship was marred by difficulties, leading to a failed marriage. He did not have any children, and his final years were overshadowed by his battle with cancer. His declining health impacted both his career and personal happiness. Tragically, Tom Rosqui passed away on April 12, 1991, at the age of 62 due to cancer. His death was a sorrowful end to a life filled with unyielding dedication to his craft but burdened by personal and health struggles, leaving behind a legacy of memorable characters who exemplified loyalty and toughness. Franco Citti, born on April 23, 1935, was cast as Carlo, the loyal Sicilian bodyguard to Michael Corleone in The Godfather, 1972. Citti, known for his roles in Italian cinema, embodied the steadfast dedication of Carlo, a character who played a vital role in ensuring Michael's safety during his time in Sicily. Throughout his career, Citti earned respect in the Italian film industry for his portrayals of tough, no-nonsense characters, and he worked with some of the biggest names in cinema, including director Pier Paolo Pasolini. His personal life, however, was much more private. Citti was married for many years, but his relationship with his wife was strained due to the pressures of his career. In his later years, Citti battled health problems, and after a long illness, he passed away on January 14, 2016, at the age of 80. His death was a quiet one, and it marked the end of a career that had left an indelible mark on Italian cinema. The loss of Citti was felt not only by his family but by his colleagues in the film industry, many of whom remembered him as a committed and passionate actor. Carmine Coppola, born on June 11, 1910, had a brief but impactful role as the piano player in The Godfather, 1972. Known more for his musical contributions than his acting, Coppola was the father of director Francis Ford Coppola and a talented composer who scored several of his son's films. His role in The Godfather added an emotional depth to the montage sequence, subtly enhancing the atmosphere of the wedding and the subsequent tragedy. Carmine's personal life was deeply tied to his family, and he had a close relationship with his son, Francis. He was married to Italia Panino, and the two had several children, with Carmine playing a significant role in their lives. His career, however, was overshadowed by the constant comparison to his more famous son. Later in life, Coppola struggled with health issues, and after suffering a stroke, he passed away on April 26, 1991, at the age of 80. His death was a somber occasion for his family, particularly for Francis, who had lost both a father and a collaborator. Sonny Grosso, born on July 21, 1930, had a distinguished career both in law enforcement and in acting, with his most recognizable role being the cop outside the hospital in The Godfather, 1972. Though his role in the film was minor, it added to the authentic portrayal of the law enforcement presence surrounding the Corleone family's power struggles. Prior to his acting career, Grosso served in the New York Police Department, and his real-life experience brought a sense of credibility to his role in the film. His career also included appearances in various television shows and films, but he was more well-known in the industry for his behind-the-scenes contributions. Grosso was married and had a family, though personal details about his relationships remain relatively private. In his later years, Grosso struggled with health problems, and after battling a long illness, he passed away on January 22, 2020, at the age of 89. His death was a significant loss to both the entertainment world and the law enforcement community, where he was remembered as a man of integrity and dedication. Giacomo Rossi Stewart, born on August 25, 1925, in Italy, had a long career in film, with his role as G.I. in The Godfather, 1972, being one of his more understated but still significant contributions. While his role was uncredited, it added an authentic touch to the complex world that Francis Ford Coppola created. Rossi Stewart's filmography spans a diverse range of Italian and international films, including performances in classics like The Last Days of Pompeii, 1959. Though his professional career had notable peaks, his personal life was often quiet and somewhat mysterious. He was known to keep his family life out of the public eye, and little is known about his relationships or whether he had children. Rossi Stewart's life ended on October 20, 1994, at the age of 69, with little public information available about the cause of his death. His passing was a loss to the film industry, as he was a veteran of the screen with a rich, though understated, body of work. Joe Spinell, born on October 28, 1936, was an actor renowned for his portrayal of Willie Cicci, a hitman for the Corleone family, in The Godfather, 1972. Spinell's career was defined by his roles in gritty, tough guy characters, often associated with mafia or criminal films. While he gained recognition for his contributions to The Godfather, Spinell's professional life was filled with ups and downs. His dedication to his craft was undeniable, but he struggled to secure leading roles, often relegated to supporting parts. His personal life mirrored some of his on-screen roles, isolated and deeply private. Spinell was known for his reclusive nature, and despite some brief relationships, he lived much of his life alone. Unfortunately, his health began to deteriorate in the late 1980s, and he passed away on January 13, 1989, at the age of 52 from a myocardial infarction. His sudden death shocked many in Hollywood, as his rugged performances left an indelible mark on the mafia genre. Though his life was marked by professional recognition, it was ultimately overshadowed by personal struggles and a premature death. Giancarlo Coppola, born on September 17, 1963, was the son of famed director Francis Ford Coppola and appeared in The Godfather, 1972, in a subtle but significant role as the baptism observer during one of the film's most iconic scenes. His character, though not central to the plot, helped to highlight the chilling contrast between the sanctity of the baptism ceremony and the violent killings taking place simultaneously. Giancarlo was still very young at the time of his death, and his life was cut tragically short. Despite being the son of a renowned filmmaker, he did not pursue a major career in acting, with his only notable role being in The Godfather. On May 26, 1986, at the age of 22, Giancarlo died in a boating accident, a loss that deeply affected his family, especially his father, who was devastated by the untimely death of his son. Giancarlo's passing was a heartbreaking event for the Coppola family, and his potential was tragically never fully realized. Paul Lambert, born on August 1, 1922, was an accomplished actor best known for his role as the mobster at the funeral with Barzini in The Godfather, 1972. Although his role was minor, it added weight to the film's exploration of the complex dynamics between mafia families. Lambert had a varied career in both film and television, often playing supporting roles in dramas and crime stories, which suited his gravitas and experience as an actor. Despite his professional success, Lambert's personal life was not without its difficulties, including a long battle with cancer, which took a toll on his health. Lambert was married but led a relatively private life outside of his work. His death on April 27, 1997, at the age of 74, marked the loss of a seasoned actor who had left an indelible mark on the film industry. His passing due to cancer was a somber moment for those who knew him, and he was remembered as a reliable and talented character actor who played important roles in many iconic films. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in The Godfather, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.